5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I think that we're live. I'm going to go ahead and check. Hello, everybody. Matthew Embry McLean, the Shamanic Happiness Coach here. Let me go ahead and check really quick to make sure that we are live. It looks like we are. Perfect. I can see that happening on Facebook. Perfect. So we're going to redo yesterday's video because once again, we had some issues with the streaming quality, and apparently only 4 minutes of that video got in. So we're going to go over it really quick one more time. So for date number 80, that was yesterday. Hello, hello. And if you can't tell, I have my camera turned around just to see if there's any lag or anything like that. So we're just experimenting today, making sure that we can actually have the entire time. And if you guys respond, I'll be able to see it this time. So video quality might be a little diminished, but hopefully everything's okay. So on day 79, just a slight recap, we did a breath exercise, super powerful one that that allowed us to get nutrients up into our brain, right? We did that breath exercise. It was like squeezing, back up a little bit, squeezing, there we go. Squeezing this abdomen, you know, the pelvic muscles, the perineal muscles, and then this lower abdomen, upper abdomen, squeezing a little bit up in here in the rib cage. So breathing in, squeezing all that, and then focusing on the top of the head, just like we did. And sending that energy, those nutrients to the top, to the brain, and really getting that firing. So that is a method. Oh, and of course, doing this about 4 times, doing that breath about 4 times, and then relaxing for however long, doing it again for 4 times, relaxing. And we're doing that same pattern, over the course of an entire song. So the song that I said was Higher Love. I love that song. And it just will elevate you, so you're generating all of those elevated emotions and being able to see that, bringing it down. Once you're in that state, you send your awareness to any other parts of your body. And the reason why you do this is because where your awareness goes, energy flows. So when you're in this higher level state, where you've done all these, projected all this nutrients up into your brain, giving your brain the ability to become extremely aware, we go to focus on a part of our body. And then we allow our focus to go to not just that part of our body, but the space around the body, so that we actually become awareness. So instead of having an identity of being able to focus on one thing, like that's my knee, the space around my knee is what I'm becoming aware of. Okay, I'm expanding my awareness, and just allowing whatever feelings and emotions that are coming through of those elevated emotions to really just be there. And you could even imagine them to being sent there for some reason, right? Just maybe some color, a light, an intention, whatever that would be. So, powerful meditation, and I encourage you to utilize it whenever you can. The more times that we do it, the more neural memory we create with that. So all you got to do is just think about it one time, or even hear that song come on, and then boom, you're already back in that state. You're already generating those emotions, right? Your body will probably react in a space that will cause you to have those muscle contractions and to increase that the flow of spinal fluid going through, right? So powerful to do. The reason why one of the other reasons why we do this is because as we're in that higher vibrational state, we're just getting our tissues used to it. Now we're going to take it a bit further and utilize the same meditation for day number 81, which I'll talk about in the next video. For today, we have to define yesterday's goals, which was creating a SMART goal. Now, the reason why we do a SMART goal is because it sends the bigger picture goals into a smaller setting. So making sure that your SMART goal is specific, it's measurable, it's achievable, it's realistic, and it's timely. Now, realistic or relatable is a way to put that. So just bringing those through really quick. You probably have heard about SMART goals, and you can always just go and find a YouTube video for this kind of stuff too, but you're already here. So making sure that your goal is specific. So if the goal is weight loss, and I'll just choose that because it's something that's extremely salient for people. For weight loss, I'm not going to just say my goal is to lose weight or to lose 100 pounds or something like that. My goal, and you have to go to your why to make the SMART goal. So going to your why am I doing this? It's not just to lose the weight. There's the underneath part of it. Is it because you want to be more flexible, more active? If you want to be more in charge of the way that nutrition affects your mood or your emotions, that's one thing. That's a why. Okay, so going on these baby steps, identify the why you want to lose it. That's your goal. So the goal could be to lose weight so that I can move more. Okay, great. Now you have that goal. How do you break that into smaller goals? And this is where you're getting even more specific. So instead of saying that I'm going to shoot for changing my whole diet maybe in one day, maybe I'm just going to start and do baby steps, okay? Instead of doing, assigning myself to lose 100 pounds in a small amount of time, I'm going to go, okay, I'm going to do 3 pounds a week maybe, something like that. I'm going to increase my exercise by adding half of a mile every day, a quarter mile every day, okay? Those kinds of things to work up to the end goal or the end small specific goal. So figuring out, it has to be clear, it has to be unambiguous, very clear. The reason for this is because it has to be measurable. You have to be able to measure it from day to day to keep track of where you're going in case you need to modify what you're doing to see how close you are to accomplishing your goal. The next one, it has to be achievable. So the achievable time frame that we're doing for this one is 10 days. So within 10 days, what are you capable of doing? And this means, so again, if it's not attainable, then saying like 100 pounds in 10 days is a little extreme. And I do not recommend something like that at all. That would put your body into a whole state of not fun. Instead, it's in 10 days, let's just lose 3 pounds, okay? Something like that. Now, the realism of it or the relatability has to do with your why as well. If you're trying to manifest something into your life and none of your vision statement or your core values align with being able, with supporting this small SMART goal, then you will have a really hard time sticking with it because you know what you want, you know how to get it, but you don't know why you're getting it. So aligning with your why, again, choosing that goal, the S part, be specific and align with why you do this, gets you so that you just have more support internally. If you don't have it, you don't have the support internally. Then timely, we kind of already mentioned that, but make sure it's within 10 days. Timely also means that if my goal is to like, I'll go back to, for relatability as well, let's just say I have a really big ambition to learn a language. I want to learn a language, I'm totally dedicated to doing it, but my life paths and none of my future really give me a lot of time to do that. Nor does it help me with my career or anything else that I'm going to be experiencing in life at the moment. Let's just say this language is French. Oh, good. Sorry if you're getting kicked out. Sometimes, yeah, it's streaming. It's weird. So, where was I? Oh, the language. So let's say I'm learning French. If my clientele is not don't primarily speak French, for me to go out and do that, I don't have a really good why for it. If most of my clientele was that, then I would have a good why, right? Just because I arbitrarily want to do something doesn't mean that it may be appropriate right now for a SMART goal. If it's like I'm going to travel and I want to be learning this, then yes, that's a SMART goal. So maybe in 10 days, how much of that could you get? Oh, okay, it's a Facebook thing. Thank you. Hopefully that's the case. Facebook is, well, technology in the last few days has been weird. Ever since the new moon, crazy energy. So anyway, if I were to do a language acquisition, then I would break it down into 10-day segments and goals. So that's the relevancy and that's the timeliness that we're talking about. So your SMART goal has to fill all of those gaps or all of those things. To share the Day-80 assignment, go ahead and share the video. Use the hashtag, of course, 90-Day Happiness Challenge. Use tag me, Matthew Amber McLean, Shamanic Happiness Coach. Go ahead and talk about your SMART goal. What have you done? How have you laid it out? What is it? Be specific. How can you measure it? If it's like I'm going to measure, let's go back to the losing weight. If I'm going to measure things, maybe I will keep track of my weight, or maybe I'll just keep track of the modifications of nutrition. So that might mean a meal plan, right? And that's a really good way to keep track. Then is this achievable? Making sure that you understand this can be achieved within this amount of time, and that it's attainable within that amount of time. Okay, so even if you do have the ability to achieve it, if you don't set the time or dedicate time to it, then you won't achieve it. Make sure you understand those things. Make sure it's relevant and realistic to your whys in your life and your current life assignments. And then make sure that, we've already kind of constrained this, but it's a timely goal. This is a 10-day goal. You can, on future goals, use 20 days, 30 days, whatever, but understand your level of procrastination. I like procrastinating because I get super motivated at the end. My brain just works that way. I like to look at everything in the entire ocean and then pick it up and go, okay, I'm going to work with this and this and this and this. And I generally won't do that until the very end. So if you've got 10 days, that's like super crunch time. That's not very, it's not very far away. And we want to be able to achieve this goal. So keeping on it, keeping the timeline short keeps you on it. So there you go. Okay, now we're done with day number 80. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead and end this live, go and update some stuff, and I will be back in about 5 minutes or so. Namaste. I will see you shortly. It's working. Work. Hello, everybody. In case you are connected already, this is Matthew Embry McLean, the Shamanic Happiness Coach, here with day number 81. Yes, of the 90-Day Happiness Challenge. So, let's make sure we're going live again. May not like this. And work. Internet is being slow. Facebook's being slow. Come in. Load, please. I think it just notified me that I was going live. Just making sure. Stick with me for one more sec. There we go. I can see me now. Good. It does say 81. Good. So far, we're so good. Okay. Yes. Get to the right page. For my notes. Perfect. Okay. Here we are. Welcome back, everybody. Again, so Matthew Embry McLean, the Shamanic Happiness Coach, here for day number 81 of the 90-Day Happiness Challenge. We're almost done. We only have 10 more days to go. Holy moly. So now we are really on the hook, really on the line. Your assignment now is to go ahead and utilize the SMART goal from yesterday, today, kind of a thing. And so if you didn't get the whole video yesterday, you get the whole video today and you just get to do a little bit more work. You got a break on yesterday. But for today, you're going to take that SMART goal, make sure that it is rewritten into one sentence. Only one. And by that, I don't mean this gigantic paragraph. It's got to be short and concise, okay? What are you going to do in 10 days, basically? What is the goal within 10 days? And this should be able to get down to one sentence. If not, go back to your SMART goal and do some adjusting, okay? You just went a little bit too big. And break maybe that one SMART goal into two different SMART goals. Totally acceptable. Okay, little baby steps. The thing that I didn't say in the last video is that the reason why we have a timeliness on the SMART goal is so that you can celebrate yourself for every one of your wins. So we're going to do that every single day, but we're also going to do it at the end of this 10-day. Super powerful. So this 10-day manifestation challenge, I first heard of like this kind of structure, so to speak, from Mitch Horowitz. Now, I love this, and I'm going to upgrade it a little bit for you, combining a couple different modalities, or different avenues, we'll say. So first, you got your sentence in your SMART goal sentence into one sentence, okay? Your whole goal. Then, you're just going to grab a piece of paper. I don't have a paper around me, but let me grab this little notebook. Yeah. So you're going to have a little piece of paper. Just so happens there's me. And you're going to have your paper, and you're going to make 10 boxes on this paper. Just 10 empty boxes that you can make a check mark in. Or you can star, fill in, whatever it is, okay? You could even use a calendar for this. If you have like an old one, if you've ever been to any of my big workshops, I always give you a calendar at the beginning of the year so you can do things like this, okay? So even the dollar store too. You can run to the dollar store. They probably still have some awesome stuff. So 10 boxes going on, and you know 10 anywhere, but 10 boxes consecutive days. Your first box will be labeled for today. So that would be January 20th. Your next one is January 21st, 22nd, and so on and so forth, okay? Until we get to until we get into February, I think, actually. So anyway, making that. Now, the reason why you have these 10 boxes is because every single day you're going to mark one of these boxes when you perform an action that gets you toward your goal, okay? That brings you to your goal. So this might mean prepping your meals for the week, making sure that you do your exercise, right? Whatever is included, the example previously was weight loss. So if we're going to do that, then make sure that you have, you're kind of planning it out a little bit, but every single day you're going to take action steps toward it. So whether that's making sure that you've eaten correctly, eaten all your nutritious food, you've done your exercise, whatever it is, you are going to move in that direction. If this is for like promoting getting more people into your event, then perhaps it's like if you're hosting an event or you want more clients, then maybe every single day it's some type of different outreach for people, okay? Or even just working on your event and commenting on people who interact with your posts and stuff like that, whatever it would be. So every single day you're going to make sure that this check mark represents a success for the completion of getting you toward your goal. Now, in addition, and this is used to be part of the progress towards your goal, but this is now a requirement to fulfill that check mark in addition to the action that you're already taking. And that is to go into a manifestation visualization meditation. I'll say that again. Manifestation visualization meditation. Again, we meditate 24/7. It's an illusion if we think we're not, because what we think about, we bring about. So we're engaging now in a visualization meditation of a future self having this happen. So 10 days from now, what is it going to look like for you to complete that? And what that might mean is I'm going to have a visualization of me, let's just use weight loss, standing on the scale and noticing that there are 3 pounds difference, if that's my goal. Maybe it's a little bit more in 10 days, whatever's comfortable for you, of course. So in that space, I'm going to be looking down at the scale or whatever it would be, right? Maybe there's a little one of those slide scales like the doctor's offices kind of things. Whatever. You're going to be imagining yourself going onto that. You're going to feel under your feet what it's like to step on it. Maybe if you're doing it in the bathroom or wherever you have it located, you would be able to feel the humidity in the air, hear the echo of the room. Maybe you'd notice what you're wearing, what you're not wearing, if you're weighing yourself, I guess. If you're also noticing at the end of the 10 days, noticing that you're still eating and drinking water, right? Maybe you go through every single day with your meditation and you just visualize what's happening during that day. Perfect. If you're going to drink water, you're going to taste the water, you're going to feel it. If whatever you're going to eat, you're going to taste it, smell it, feel it, all of that stuff. All of your interactions, all of the actions, everything you're going to create a visualization for, and you're going to accompany that with all of the emotions, the mental patterns, everything, even what you would touch, the things you would feel, okay? And so when you're in this meditation, what I encourage you to do is utilize the meditation from day 79, I believe it was, when we did that breathwork meditation. So you could have music playing, like I said in the previous one, so you don't even need to do this very long, only like 4 minutes if you want. But maybe I'm going to do the breath work. So I'm going to play an awesome one like Higher Love, and I'm going to go ahead and do that breath work. Okay, so squeezing those muscles, allowing that movement of the spinal fluid to get things going, raising my elevation of the emotional state, utilizing the gratitude, talking to myself with appreciation kinds of things, like I love my body, I love how it works for me, thank you, thank you, thank you, all of those things. While listening to this elevated song, because you're listening to an elevated song while you're also trying and purposefully doing gratitude work or loving kindness work, it's going to synergize and you're going to have an even higher state. And for visualization meditations, I always bring in appreciation, because appreciation is just on the same mode as receptivity of being acknowledged, so to speak, for like honoring who you are and loving yourself completely. So that same thing as receptivity and appreciation and gratitude. It's all in the same kind of wavelength. So bringing that in, the appreciation for having completed your challenge kind of a thing, noticing that it's done, noticing you have appreciation for stepping on the scale, noticing you have appreciation for the hand, the movement of the scale's hand, for whatever data it tells you. It doesn't matter if it goes up or down, right? Noticing we have appreciation for all of the food that we eat, for all the exercise we engage in, for all the people that we see upon or when we're doing our exercise. All of the things. Going to bring it all into your meditation. And then once this song is done or whatever, go ahead and lay down for those 15 minutes just to allow that just to sink in, kind of a thing, just to let it to absorb into your tissues. And then go about your day, okay? Or continue about your day. I think that's it for this challenge. Literally, all it is just marking one of those boxes every day. And you're going to write in what you've done, basically. So your share is also kind of like a check mark. Share this video for today and describe what you've done for today and how your visualization meditation went. Use the hashtag of 90 Day Happiness Challenge. Tag me, Matthew Emery McLean, Shamanic Happiness Coach. If you have any questions, reach out to me, please. Again, you can send an email to matthew@shamanichappinesscoach.com. You can find me on social media, send me a message that way, or you can just give me a call, 775-800-4271. Yes, yes. Whew, that's been a lot today. So go about your biz, go have some fun doing this. Combine the manifestation challenge with that meditation and the upgrade of the breath work with that elevated song, and let me know how it goes. Okay. With light and love, everybody. Namaste. Bye-bye.